We're going to walk you through the installation of the J&L oil separator for your 5-liter F-150. Including the J&L kit is a fully assembled oil separator with quick connect fittings, a mounting bracket, mounting hardware. The tools you'll need for installation is a ratchet, extension, 10mm socket, a 10mm wrench, Phillips head screwdriver, a clip puller tool that you could also get by with a flathead screwdriver or a small pair of pliers, a drill with a 1/4-inch drill bit. Let's get started. First step, we're going to locate and remove our factory PCV line. This is going from the PCV valve to the intake manifold. I am going to remove this from the intake side first. It has a little blue tab that you have to push away to break the circle, which I will show you closer. And then on the PCV, same thing. It's on the back side. Just use your finger. Here's the connection. So all you're doing is pushing this away. You don't have to push it hard. You can break these. They are pretty brittle, but just push away and pull up. That's all that's to it. Next, we're going to mount our bracket. So you'll notice this gray push pin is securing this wiring harness. We're going to pull this out because we're going to use that hole to mount our bracket. And our first hole, our second hole is here, which you will not have yet. I've already drilled this box for installation, so ignore this hole. This hole is in here. So for right now, we're going to pull this out. Clip puller tool is your best friend here. This is in here pretty tight if it's never been out. So you're going to push it under and just kind of pry and wiggle. It's just you can call these Christmas tree clips. Just pushed in there, but you see it exposed our hole. So we're going to take our mounting bracket. This hole that you just removed is going to be for the hole that's in line with the upright. I'm going to slide my bolt through that hole, push it in through the battery box, take the supplied nylon lock nut, and start that by hand. I'm going to go as far as I can by hand. And then I'm going to tighten this up with my wrench and my ratchet. And I'm just going to snug it for right now, because then what I want to do is square this bracket up to make it kind of follow the line of the battery box, because we're going to want to drill this hole, but we want to drill it in the center of the box. So I'm going to snug this up a little bit so my drill doesn't want to push the bracket. And then again, you can adjust. Do is take your drill, you would go in the center of that hole, use the hole as a guide, and just drill down through the box. The box is pretty thin plastic, so it drills pretty quick, like that. Again, my hole was already drilled, but for display purposes, that's all that happened. And then we're going to use our other mounting bolt and nut into that hole. So, also what you could do is when you drill through that, you're going to get little plastic bits, so you can push your bracket out of the way and just rub those little boogers off of there so everything sits nice and flush. Start our bolt. And start our nut. And then we're going to go ahead and tighten this up too. And we just want to snug that up. It doesn't have to be torque to any kind of crazy amount, just enough to secure the bracket. Those are nylon lock nuts, so they're not going to loosen up. Now we need to go and mount our oil separator to our bracket. So grab your separator and the supplied M4 mounting screws. Start those by hand. Always start everything by hand if you can help it. Avoid any cross-threading issues. You should be able to run these screws in all the way with your fingers, and then you're just going to tighten them up with your screwdriver. Now we just need to make our connections. As you can see, this thing pretty much lays out right into place. So our straight here is going to go right to the PCV. These fittings are movable. If you needed to twist it and adjust it, I like to have the button facing up so it's nice and easy to remove if I need to remove it. So to remove it, you just press in that green button and pull up. Fitting for the intake, use the natural curvature of the hose to your advantage. So if for whatever reason your hose is facing this way, you could bend this all the way over, but I like to make everything nice and relaxed. Same thing the fitting here, if it was facing like that, don't twist that hose all up to make that connection. Move the fitting. Snaps into place. You can tweak your hose to get it exactly how you need it, but pretty simple to do. Now you'll notice, you know, we removed this harness. This harness is very, very stiff. In my opinion, this doesn't really even need to go into anything. If you absolutely wanted to move this push pin somewhere else, you could drill another hole and push it in somewhere. But in my opinion, I wouldn't bother. So if it's my truck, I'm leaving it as is. That way, if I also ever wanted to remove this oil separator, I could push that right back in the hole and no one would know any better. That completes your installation. What we suggest you do is drive the truck for 1,000 miles. Check your oil separator. Simply unscrew it. See what you got. Average collection is about 1 ounce of oil every 1,000 miles, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less, depending on time of year, how you drive it. And a lot of different factors that can affect your collection rate. When reinstalling the reservoir, treat it like an oil filter. Screw it till the O-ring stops it, like that, and then give it about another half a turn. That's all it needs. If you crank that sucker on there, it'll be very difficult to remove it at a later date. Once it's heat cycled a couple hundred times, just like an oil filter that was over tightened by the person that did the oil change. So be mindful for that. So anyway, check it at 1,000, give you a good judge of how often you really need to service it. If you want some additional capacity, this is compatible with our extension that goes from the 3 ounce reservoir and makes it a 6 ounce reservoir, which is very helpful if you're trying to make it maybe a whole oil change, say 5,000–6,000 miles. If you live in a southern climate, it's not wintertime, you should be able to make it that far. With the 6 ounce, you might even make it with the 3 ounce, depending on how much contaminants you're collecting. But it's all that to it. Pretty easy one, lays out nicely. If you have any questions, please reach out, and we'll see you on the next one.